think I just want to start my first question. I think thank you for your very nice speech, very heartfelt speech. Just want to ask maybe from the point of view of society, what do you think is the root cause why society has a stigma towards mental health?
Thanks Richard for your question. So the question you're asking is that what's the root cause of the stigma towards mental health?
Yeah, why society has this stigma?
I think it's a very complicated scenario that we're seeing in the society. I think part of it of our Singapore society, or at least the Asian society, is of talking about mental health, or it's like a very shaming thing. Let's say, for example, like a neighbor who has a kid who has a mental illness. You know, like, and then some of us like in this society will it's so easy for us to think, oh, the guy is crazy and stuff like that. So I think it's because of our lack of awareness as well, and maybe perhaps our Asian society of shame when there's something bad happening to this family and stuff like that. Yeah.
So from the point of view of an individual then, how do you know if something is a mental health issue when it happens, or maybe something is stress? In other words, like when can an individual know that he needs to seek help?
Very good question, Richard. So Richard's question is that, like, how does the individual know when is it time to seek help? Am I right, Richard? Alright, I just want to ask you guys, how do you guys know that you have a flu? Any?
Fever.
Yeah.
Cough.
Exactly. And what Caleb said, there are symptoms that shows that there's this illness that is happening. I think it's the same for mental health as well. If you look at the different online websites about and find professional established medical websites as well. I think there will be symptoms. Like, say there's this thing called mild depression. It's not a prolonged depression, but it's a short-term depression, depressive disorder. So there are some symptoms that we can actually check. I think at that point of time, we start to realize that we do meet these symptoms. It's really a good time to start to talk to your friend, your counselors, your teachers, or even at these times, perhaps it's best to go to like the UHC to seek help with a counselor as well. Yeah.
Okay. My last question is, assuming you are perhaps interacting with someone that you suspect that has a mental health problem or some mental illness, what are the ways we can do to help this person, and how does our knowledge of mental health literacy can help us in this situation?
So you're asking, how do we help this person or this friend that we know of that might be experiencing a mental health problems or a mental health illness, and how this mental health literacy can help us with that? I think to a large extent, just all these answers that I'm sharing is just a very personal experience. I think as I journey with a very close friend who is suffering from depression, and I have another friend who is suffering from OCD as well. I think the biggest thing is to just journey with the person. And you know, like, there's this empathy talk that says that, hey, if we are not just coming from like a high position to help this person, but actually we are coming in to just to acknowledge the person's suffering. So I think the honestly the best thing that we can do is to just journey with the person and to say that, hey, I still love you regardless of whatever things that you're going through. And I think the first thing is really just a journey and helping the person to seek help from then on. And I think and having said that, you're also pacing the person as well, because things cannot be rushed. I think second to the second part of the question of how can mental health literacy, I think the benefits that I shared just now were that it can actually help you to recognize things, recognize these symptoms. It can also help to help this friend with, let's say, emotional coping strategies, let's say deep breathing or meditation that Zachary shared with us last week as well. Yeah, so I think there's a bunch of benefits that mental health literacy can bring about. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.